Howdy.
Howdy.
Can I help you?
No, you're fine.
Okay. My eyes are baggy. I must be tired.
My butt hurts.
My bun hurts. My hair. My neck. My back.
Me.
You got on me! Good morning, my beautiful friends. It is Thursday morning at 6 o'clock. I just got off work. And I needed to vent about something because it's really bothering me. But I need to preface it by saying when I was a child, anytime a teacher would ask like for some strong men to help carry some things in, it never really bothered me as a kid because I'm like, I don't want to fucking carry stuff in. Why would I do that? But now, things like that really bother me. So I'll get to what happened tonight to be like the catalyst for what this is. But let me start small, okay? I was helping some friends move this past October, and you know, this wasn't a bad segment, but it was just like, oh, that dresser is really heavy. And I was like, it's fine, I got it. Like, it weighed nothing, basically. Grocery store. I go to a local grocery store that does like a drive-up service where you don't have to like carry your groceries to your car. And 9 times out of 10 when I go and I get the one cashier, she's always like, do you want the drive-up service? This bag is really heavy. And it's like maybe 10 pounds. And I know people don't know me enough to know that I like do aerial as a hobby. So like I can lift fucking weights. Like I have muscles. But it just bothers me when people just assume that I can't lift heavy things. You know what I mean? Like, so those minor instances kind of bug me. And there was another time when my mom was like, oh, like, I'm gonna see if I can get your brother and your boyfriend and, like, their friends to help me move my desk into the other room. And it's like, obviously I can't do that myself, but I don't see why she would need to, like, recruit 5 different men when I have muscles also and can just contribute. It could probably just be me, my brother, and my boyfriend moving it. It doesn't need to be everybody, you know what I mean? And then we get to tonight. So if you guys don't know, being as vague as I can about where I work exactly, we manufacture like dietary supplements and stuff, right? And we were doing the powder, like just drink mix type things. And the bags that they came in were like 50-pound bags. Are you really gonna cut me off right now? Okay, cool. They're like 50-pound bags. 50 pounds, not heavy. I can lift 50 pounds, easy. Like, not to sound like, you know, a tough bitch or anything, but like, I can lift 50 pounds. And the supervisor had asked, you know, one of my male coworkers at the beginning of the night if he could load them onto the cart for us. And I was like, I don't know what we're doing with this right now because it's something I haven't done before, so I will let this happen because I'm like, I don't know what we're doing. He works here, I temp here. And then we get halfway through the night and we need to move more of those bags into the room that we are in. And so I go to pick up one of the bags to start bringing them in. And my other coworker, she doesn't speak English. I don't speak a lot of Spanish. So all she did was like put her hand on the bag as I was trying to lift it, saying, no, like, they'll get it. And I'm like, dude, it's not heavy. Like, I can lift this. I don't get people who like, I don't know. And then the supervisor like came out to that room also and was like, you know, she was like, oh, no, don't worry about it, Zoe. Like, I don't want you to hurt your back. Like, we'll have this guy do it. And I was like, it's 50 pounds. And at this point, I was getting heated enough that I was like, you guys realize that I'm an aerialist, right? Like, I lift my own body weight half the time as a hobby. Like, I can lift 50 pounds. Like, that's easy to do. And they wouldn't let me do it. And I was like, this is kind of starting to irritate me. Because A, it feels really sexist that they're only having the men do it. But B, and the part that bothered me even a little more, admittedly, is just the assumption that I can't do it. Without even testing to see if I can do it. They just immediately were like, no, you can't do it, you'll hurt yourself. But like, in my my sane world that makes me feel like I'm a unique thinker is like, if I were told to do something, like lift a heavy bag, I'd go and lift it. If I can't lift it, I'll ask for help. It should never be assumed that I cannot do it on my own first go. I would need to be tested first to see if I can do it. And that's the part that really just irritated me, is the fact that they didn't even let me have a chance to like try and do it myself before. They're like, no, the guys will do it, the guys will do it. I'm like, I can lift, bro. Like, I don't want to be one of those do you even lift, bro people, but I can lift, bro. It's like, I don't know, man. I got really irritated at that, admittedly, because it's like, nope, everyone's just making assumptions about my capabilities instead of letting me demonstrate them first. And that really gets on my nerves. And then I did make a comment in my Discord to my brother and his friends, who one of my coworkers is in that Discord because he's the one who helped me get the job. And I said, man, sexism pisses me off because that's all I could think about in the moment. And he comes into the room, he's like, what do you mean by that? And I tell him what, like, everything that had just happened that annoyed me. And I guess he told the supervisor of the night, because at the end of the night, she's like, okay, well, like, with what's left, like, you can just tie it up and, you know, put it on the pallet. And I was just like, okay. And she's like, I mean, I'm sure you can lift it, right? Or, like, she was like, as long as you can carry it. And I was like, I get it, you're joshing me now, but it's still really irritating that you would comment on that. Which means I know he told you that I was irritated about what you said earlier. And I'm not a confrontational person either. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to, like, confront somebody about something like that. But when she was, like, in my face telling me, oh, don't do it, like, I don't want you to hurt yourself, and I'm sitting here telling you I can do it, I feel like that's when she should have just dropped it and let me do it, instead of just forcing me to sit and watch somebody do heavy labor when I could easily have done it myself. Like, I feel like me arguing back in that little way should have been a key of, like, I'm kind of getting irritated by this, like, just let me do it. Because again, like, if somebody tells me to do something, I'm usually just like, at least at work, I'm just like, yep, okay, you got it, yep. So when I'm, like, pushing back, like, are you sure? Like, I can lift it, like, I can lift my own body weight as a hobby, like, I do these kinds of things. And I'm not a light person either, so, like, doing aerial as a person who weighs as much as I weigh, I should be able to lift 50 pounds, if that, you know what I mean? Because I weigh way more than that. So, I don't know, that was just kind of my little rant for the night. I was really steaming at that one. And I'm trying to be really good about not letting things get to me, but that was really getting to me, because it's not like the single situation at hand, although that was the big tipping point, but it was definitely like the catalyst for, it's just like the culmination of all of the little jabs I feel like I've been getting recently from other people about my capabilities before they even test them. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather somebody let me try it first and then be like, oh, maybe we can get some help or something, instead of just being like, no, you can't do it. I hate when people tell me I can't do something without me even trying it first. And the fact that I know those bags were only 50 pounds, I'm like, you guys realize, like, I've carried my dog when she was alive, and she's 63 pounds. She was a big girl, and I carried her just fine. So, it's, I don't know, man, it really grinded my gears a little bit, but it's okay. It's over. It's the weekend. I've got things to do in a couple hours. I don't know if I'm going to go to aerial. Coming back to the aerial comment. I haven't gone in the past, like, 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm trying not to beat myself up over it, because while I did want to go back to it, I didn't want to make it as consistent of a hobby as it used to be, because that's when I would burn out on it. You know what I mean? I would burn out really bad on aerial when I was forcing myself to go every week. And so I'm trying not to force myself to go, but I haven't been in like 3 weeks, and I probably should really go. And I like the class. I don't particularly care for my Sunday class, which is why I haven't been going to that one, but I like my Thursday ones. And I'm not really tired, so I'm thinking I might not need as much sleep, so I'd probably be okay to go. but I don't know if I want to, because I also need to stop and check on my garden. And then I also need to go grocery shopping, potentially. I could wait till Friday. I do have something I could cook for dinner, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that's my rant to start this beautiful vlog off on. Sorry it took so long. You know you're officially old when you're choosing this cereal instead of that cereal. Hello everybody, I'm back. I wanted to tell you guys all about the saddest thing to happen to me this week. My septum piercing is no more. She's gone. We took her out. Very depressed about it. Very torn up. Basically what had happened, I'm guessing, is the retainer that I had in my nose was a lot smaller, or was like a smaller gauge than my rings are. And so I took it out to clean it because, you know, I work with supplement powders and stuff, and so it was like really all stuck in my nose, and I just wanted to get the ring out of the way so I could clean and then put a new one in. Well, in doing that, I had taken it out and tried to put a ring back in, and this was within the span of like 5-10 minutes, so it's not like I left it out for like a day or anything, right? And I couldn't get it through the other side. I could not get the ring. I get the ring in here, couldn't get it out here. And it hurt really bad over here. And ever since I've had my nose pierced, it's hurt like on this side of my nostril. And I'm almost thinking maybe when I got it pierced, they like didn't pierce cartilage, but they probably like snagged it with the needle on the way through, you know what I mean? Because yeah, this side hurt all the way up until I took it out, whereas this side healed just perfectly fine. And you know, I tried with my horseshoe ring that I wanted to put in. I tried it with one of the like, you know, the claspy ones that have like the straight that goes through and then you clip it. Tried one of those to see if I could just like push it through with a straight bar. Couldn't do that. Tried it with another retainer, couldn't get it through, and I was fighting with it for literally an hour. I could not get it through to the other side. So I think the hole either got too small or it just like got closed really quickly in taking it out because of the fact that it wasn't healed all the way. I don't know what happened, but I was tired of fighting it for an hour because again, I had just gotten home from work and I was just over it. So I decided, well, maybe I'll just take it out, because I didn't want to keep fighting it and I was very upset about it. I clipped my nails to change it and everything, but alas, the nose ring is no more. So at least I can do this again. Couldn't do that with the thing. And also like kissing was really hard because it hurt. So every time me and my boyfriend would kiss, it would like push on my nose and then it would hurt really bad. And I'm like, uncomfortable. So I guess now that that's gone, that's a little better. I don't know, but I'm very sad about it. I had it for not even a year. But the same thing happened when I had my nostril ring. Same thing, closed up like halfway through. Because yeah, that was also a nightmare. So as I said to my mom today, if I had a nickel for every time a nose piercing went wrong on the left side of my face, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it is weird that it's happened twice. Because I don't know what happened with the second piercing. I don't really even know what happened with my nose ring either, like when I had my nostril pierced, but like that one I kind of like could investigate and figure out what happened, but I'm just so confused. But oh well. I guess my face is back to the clean girl aesthetic. I still have my ears. I think what's funny is out of the 3 professional piercings I've gotten and the 1 unprofessional, my ears have been fine. My nose rings both have failed immensely. And then getting my belly button pierced in somebody's bedroom when I was 14, that's still fine. If I wanted to, I could still put a ring in it. And I haven't had a ring in it in at least a year, if not more. So, yeah. Interesting body anatomy type stuff. I will give credit to the first person I went to maybe get my nose pierced. They said that I did not have the anatomy for a septum piercing. And I ignored them and went ahead and found somebody else to do it anyways. Which is probably why I kind of maybe nicked some cartilage. But that was just a bad day. I was just not having a good time in that period of my life. So when they told me I couldn't do something that I wanted to do, I said, watch me. And I went and got it pierced. And they were probably right. But it's fine. Anyways, I'm going to end the vlog here. I can't see a bird. I'm going to end the vlog here because I have rambled a lot in this one. This is going to be a bit of a longer one. But I will see you guys in the next one. The next one may be a shorter vlog. And then after that, there will be one of like Colorado specifically. And like our trip around. So anyways, thank you guys. Bye.